Hey guys, it's me Jayzo, and this is gonna be the last part of what if Naruto had the 10 tails, was half Hyuga and half Uchiha. So, recap of the last part. Madara, Naruto, and Hinata were having the little fight, and unlike the canon Fourth Great Ninja War, Hinata's not gonna be in the back. She's gonna be up with Kakashi, Sasuke, and Naruto. So it's gonna be the four of them fighting. And as of what happens, well, Madara, this is Madara in this what if Madara doesn't actually, the Fourth Great Ninja War doesn't go nearly as isn't nearly as long as the one in the original, because Naruto never gets his tail beast extracted from him. Madara never gets the 10 tails, neither does Obito, but Obito still turns good. And also in this what if, I'm gonna make it to where that Obito doesn't end up using Rebirth for Madara, so Madara is still a reanimation. And so the fight goes close to as per normal, but I'm still gonna end up giving giving Madara both Rinnegan. Let's say that he still ends up getting both Rinnegan, he just doesn't have the 10 tails. So he has a somewhat infinite Tsukuyomi, but it's not nearly as strong as it was in the original, because in this one, it takes a lot longer for it to actually activate, and it wouldn't last as long since he doesn't have the actual eye needed for the infinite Tsukuyomi. So that happens, and Sasuke covers Naruto, Hinata, Kashi, and whatnot, because the infinite Tsukuyomi would still have its little effect. And same thing with the last part, all the Zetsu are gone, and that didn't take nearly as long. So now back to what's happening right now. Madara is still using his Susanoo. Yeah, he's still using his Susanoo. And then Sasuke is still flying through the sky, fighting Madara. And he still ends up getting beat. But Naruto doesn't get his tail beast extracted, like I said, so Naruto is still fighting. The whole thing where Minato had to give Naruto the 9 tails never happened, because Minato never got. No, yes, Minato actually is also a 10 tails Jinchuriki. He only has half. So, while that fight is happening between Naruto and Madara now, it's Naruto, Minato, and Hinata fighting against Madara, since Sasuke is still getting healed. And in this fight, we're going to say that Naruto gets knocked out and is brought back to the medics. He's not dead, but he just gets knocked out. And at this point in time, this is when both Sasuke and Naruto meet the Sage of Six Paths. And they both get the Sage of Six Paths power. Naruto already has the Truth Seeker orbs, but he's just going to get more powerful and bigger Truth Seeker orbs, since he already has the Truth Seeker orbs. As well as Minato giving Naruto the rest of the 10 tails. So Naruto is going to be even more overpowered. Naruto at this point also knows basically every single jutsu. He has learned more jutsu than Kakashi has, and Kakashi has learned, 1,000 jutsu. So yeah, that happened. Also, that part right there, that was pay to win. Anyway, that's happening. And Sasuke wakes back up and is able to meet up with Naruto. He has his Rinne Sharingan, and his other eye is also turning into the Rinnegan. So in this what if, I'm going to give Sasuke 2 Rinnegan. And so yeah, he has both his Rinnegan. He has some of the powers of the path, he already had Universal Pull, Almighty Push. The powers of his Rinne Sharingan I'm going to give him is Teleportation and even better chakra control to the point where he can like freely move around chakra and whatnot. And so they're fighting against Madara, and they end up getting close to beating Madara, but Black Zetsu still ends up reviving Kaguya. So now Kaguya is revived, and yeah, Kaguya isn't as strong as she was in canon because Madara didn't have the 10, because Madara in this one doesn't have the 10 tails, he only had the 2 Rinnegan. It was still enough to barely get Kaguya. And so Kaguya is back, and they start, and she still sends Sasuke to another dimension, and Naruto gets trapped. Obito ends up helping, doing the same thing that he did with Sakura, but with Hinata, and Hinata has more powerful chakra, so it works faster. And yeah, not only does Hinata have more powerful chakra, but her she has more chakra, like just in general, more chakra. So she's not as tired as Sakura was after using the 1,000 healings, or whatever it was called. And now Sasuke is back, and they need to free Naruto. Naruto ends up trying to use his truth seeker orbs to break out of the ice and just like start spinning them. And he also uses some fire release. Like, if you all have watched the Fantastic Four, you'll know the Human Torch and how he has fire enveloped around his body, and he's able to fly. Yeah, basically that's what Naruto's able to do. And at this point, after he gets free, he finally activates his 10 Tails Jinchuriki cloak. And yeah, so that's happening. I'm really sorry for this, guys. I kind of lied because I didn't release the part 2 or part 3 as early as I was. They're actually going to come out on Tuesday, Wednesday, and then part 4 is going to come out on Thursday. I was planning to release them earlier, but since I didn't, I'm going to have to give Hinata's healing, her summoning to her right now, because this is going to be the final part. And so yeah, I'm gonna give her fries. You're still here, right? What summoning should Hinata have? Other than Toad and Snake, she can have Hawk, Hounds, Lightning Hounds. She can have Eagle. She can have no. Okay, so I'm gonna give Hinata something that isn't actually in the anime, and Fries gave me the idea for this. So she's gonna have a monk, like a normal looking monk made out of chakra with a yin and yang necklace on him, which gives him the powers of a yin and yang. And so she has a yin yang summoning monk, and ends up fighting Madara with that as well. The monk is really fast and really strong. I mean, not Madara, I mean Cayuga. Anyway, it just didn't sound right. And ended up fighting her, and they were going at it. Cayuga ended up switching the dimensions, but because of how powerful the monk was still able to stand. So, if you haven't guessed it already, Obito and Kakashi still jump in front of the little rods that turn people to dust, and they both try to Kamui it, and one disappeared. The only one that didn't disappear was the one in front of Obito, but Hinata's summoning ended up jumping in front of the rod, which made it to where that Obito survives in this what if. So he's still there. And so Obito then continues fighting, and Kakashi and Obito start working together like more, and they're able to make the perfect Susanoo. So they still have that fight where Hyuga's in the air with her little tail beast face coming out of it, and that still gets destroyed by Kakashi and Obito. And after that's destroyed, the little fight between Naruto, Sasuke, and Hinata happened, that little end scene where they're dodging everything and fighting everybody. Yeah, that happens. And she still calls in that gigantic Truth Seeker orb, and it still gets destroyed by them because they're a lot stronger. And yeah, that happened. Also, the little final fight between Sasuke and Naruto never really happened because Naruto and Sasuke are on better terms than they were in the war. So Naruto and Sasuke never lose their arm. Batman Sensei still has his arm, and he doesn't say no to getting a new arm. And yeah. So basically, at the end of this, Naruto has the full 10 tails. Hinata's a lot stronger. Sasuke has both Rinnegan. He has a Rinnegan and a Rinne Sharingan. No, he's gonna have two Rinne Sharingan. He has two Rinne Sharingan. He has, what's it called? Hinata has the Tenseigan in one eye and is on the verge of unlocking it in another eye. Naruto has the Byakugan, the Mangekyo Sharingan, the Tenseigan, and that Tentail beat like the full power the TCM. He has the full TCM and is able to summon the Tentails. If y'all don't know what TCM is, it's the Tentails TTCM, the Tentails chakra mode or chakra cloak or whatever y'all want to call it. He's a full thing since he has the full Tentails. The one on my thumbnail, he was able to like make it to where his skin is like natural now, and so he has like a little cloak around him, and I think that would make it cooler. So he has all of that, and along with that, since the Tenseigan comes with its own cloak, he has that cloak. He has the Tentails cloak, the Tenseigan cloak, and he's also able to make himself a cloak out of chakra. So he can like stack up 3 cloaks, which makes him super fast. And along with that, he has the Flying Raijin, so he's the fastest person in the world. In the whole Shinobi world. Naruto in this, because he has the Sharingan, the Tenseigan, he has the chakra mode. And yeah, he has Flying Raijin, and he's also able to do the lightning cloak that the Raikage is able to use. So he is the fastest person. And so back to the story, they end up winning the war a lot faster than they did. Well, not a lot faster. Let's say they still win the war at the same time. It just takes them a little bit longer to come back. The little saddening scene where every actual good and nice person who cared about Naruto cried. That scene still happens between Minato and Naruto. And then, like I said, that fight between Sasuke and Naruto never happened. The tail beasts get... Okay, so this what if is going to continue into Boruto. And basically, what's going to happen is Naruto is going to get every single tail beast. But they all go back and have a nice life. But that's the end of this what if. See you when I make the... Wait, so this is gonna be lit, but my friend came up with a suggestion where I could have the Sasuke Naruto fight, but I might do that next time. Anyway, we'll continue this on Boruto, like I said, and if this gets a certain amount of likes, then that's when I'll make the fight between Naruto and Sasuke. Yeah, ciao.